Hello and welcome to my third 5-minute review. This time we're doing it on the Age of Decadence, which is another Steam Greenlight game. And I will be putting the links for the demo and for the Steam page in the description as well. Now here we have the first option, which is when you choose your character. So you've got Awesome Mode and Normal Mode. Normal Mode is where you create your own character, you create his abilities and his appearance, I believe. But for the purposes of the video, I decided to pick the Awesome Mode, which is where you start off with a veteran who already has quite high skills. And the way I was thinking about that is because it says that it makes combat a lot easier, and about how difficult the combat is, and they weren't lying. And so I thought that would be the best way in order to showcase the actual game. And coming up we have a dialogue with an NPC in the game, and it allows you to choose one of your skills, which is I think it's the thief skill, and it gives you a unique dialogue option, and in this case it was successful. And what it then does is later on it allows you to pick another dialogue option because you've been successful in it. So you sort of build up on your skills, which obviously we see a lot in Skyrim, Oblivion, Fallout, obviously the Fallout games. So in that way, it's really good. It's a nice little attention to detail the developers put in there, and I do really like that. It's good that they thought about it on such a level. But unfortunately, we have to get down to the main sticking point, which unfortunately really did render this review pretty much impossible. And I'm afraid to say it's the combat system. I was really excited when I was looking on the Steam page, and also I was looking for a couple of different games that I wanted to do a quick review on, quick 5-minute review, and it said turn-based system, and I was thinking, that's great, you know, we've got a sort of like Final Fantasy Tactic thing going on, and it'll be really good fun, and I'll be able to get to show it off, and you know, we can show everyone that, you know, this type of RPG is still relevant and should still be about and should still be made as well. I really do think it should be. We've seen games so easy just die out that are like that, and even the layout like Final Fantasy as well, that seems to have gone, and it's a real shame. And unfortunately this game hasn't really helped very much, because it's just made the combat just far too difficult. It's so difficult that it wasn't even accessible for me. I couldn't even get past the first battle. And in this way I tried to create a choke point, which, you know, you do on so many games like this. You can create a choke point, and it basically just means that only one or two characters come through at a time, and you just dispatch them one at a time basically. If you're stronger, you just basically outstrength them and destroy them. But what happened is the enemies seemed to get around the back of me somehow through the scenery, and then they just ganged up on me, surrounded me, destroyed my shield, and took me apart. And that's not really what you want to see. You want to see people being able to use these tactics, being able to create choke points, being able to corner enemies, and it wasn't happening in this game, and that's a really big downfall. And that is why, unfortunately, I can't really give this game any sort of review score. I can obviously comment on what I've seen so far. The graphics look like they can be quite good. Obviously, they probably need. If it did go green light, then obviously I think they would increase the textures and everything. So that's not really a problem. The music's really nice as well. It's really in keeping with the game. There's a lot of text in there. They seem to want to try and stretch out the story, but it does seem a bit aimless at the minute as well. Aimless and hard. And aimlessly hard. Which is why I'm not going to give it a score at the end. There's not going to be any I would say I'll put pros and cons, but it's just a game that's too devilishly difficult. You're more than welcome obviously to go and try it out. As I mentioned before, the links will be down there for you to check it out on the Steam platform, or to go to the website and download the beta. So it is worth trying out, and if you get any more luck than me, please let me know and tell me what it's like, because I'm quite interested about this game. So I just want to move on. I'm doing my Final Fantasy VII review soon, because I've now got my headset. I don't know if you can tell any sort of quality in the voice at all. My voice doesn't have much quality, but there you go. And so that will be coming in the next week. But thank you very much for watching this review on the Age of Decadence, and don't forget to obviously check out my other videos, and there is obviously my free game giveaway going on in my Nuclear Dawn review. so it might be worth having a go. Just check it out and see if you can win it. Thank you very much for listening to my 5-minute review. Goodbye.